well, it was a month. It was a whole month, so we were going all over the China. But from taking 0 photos, 8,000. But it was like, everything calls out to you, right? You're like, oh, this is basically it's your land. It called you. You're finally there, and it's like
Yes,
everything's like,
yes. The only little fear is that I may not remember some important words.
that's all right. You can always like say it in Czech, and then I will be like, oh, I can't remember how to say it in English, and it will be like commercial break. If we can't if we can't remember a word, we will just describe it around,
Yeah,
or
that's what I always do.
you will show a picture and we will make a commercial break. So we will we are
Commercial break.
yes,
Okay,
we will be creative. No, everything is set. We can start whenever you are ready. So
I think we can.
let's start. So Mila Einehlavkova, um, she is a guest of my podcast already for second time. The first time was Czech speaking episode, and so we decided to do English speaking episode as well for those of you that do not understand Czech or Slovakian. So Mila Einehlavkova, right? I didn't ask you about the middle name last time, but you're an astrologer.
Yes, I am.
You are a therapist
Mhm.
and you're an entrepreneur
Mhm.
and you guide people to Egypt and through the temples of Egypt. So
That's
where
right.
would you like to start?
Well, maybe you would like to hear how did come to me, like this journey.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. The backstory. So how did it all start that because you go, how many times a year do you go to Egypt?
Twice a year. It's
Twice a year.
always around the equinox.
Oh, nice. So when did it all start and how did it all start?
Well, it's a very nice story. It was, I think, April 2021, this COVID thing, and we were like isolated. We didn't, we were not able to travel like to some districts. Just staying at home, and I was just cooking, two children and husband, and I was just giving, and I was like every day I was saying, "Oh God, please, I need to escape." For 1 week somewhere. And I really kept saying that every day. And it was very, very strong wish. And my friend called me and I shared my feelings with her. And she said, okay, so come with us to Egypt. And I said, yes, I will come whenever, wherever. So I joined her. We were like 4 women and we went for a week to Egypt. And it was like the ordinary journey. We bought it by the travel agency. But we had like arranged 4 days with the Egyptologist to travel to see the temples. And it was just amazing. And,
Hmm.
as I was working and I am working with the chakra system, uh, the Egyptologist asked me like, what do you do for work? And I said, I am astrologer and I do the seminars with the chakra, like deep ones. And he said, do you know that there are temples that carry the chakra energy? And I was like, wow, this is amazing. But these ladies, they are not like interested in spiritual things. So I didn't continue the dialogue with him, but I took his number. And when I came home, I was like, oh, this was so amazing. And I felt the energy and I felt the chakras in these temples. And I had some experience there, like energetic experiences. So I felt it's true. And I was like flying. I was still in Egypt and I was sitting on a terrace looking into green grass and just dreaming about Egypt and English because I love talking English. And then a woman voice told me, why don't you do the chakras in Egypt? Like some chakra seminars or whatever. And I like jumped off the chair and I was like, oh, what an idea. And then we went like 1 month later, we went to Egypt with my family, like for the family trip by the sea. And I met this guide, he's called Ashraf, and I met him. And I told him what came to me, like what an idea. And he said, I'm searching for someone like that. So we agreed to do this journey. And I asked him like to tell me the temples, which one is like a root chakra and so on. And I made a plan, and it just came from
Download.
yes, download. And later on, I realized that it was Isis who told me that on the terrace. Because she is my spiritual guide.
So your partner in crime now, who is doing these trips through Egyptian temples and the different chakra centers, is the Egyptologist, right? You met for the first time.
Yes, local Egyptologist.
So before we get into the whole journey and into Egypt and you know how it's all you know, ongoing at the moment. So they all started during the COVID time.
Yeah.
But did you have interest, or were you called to Egyptian things before?
Absolutely not.
None,
No,
none whatsoever.
not at all. No.
So it was like there when you were like your feet on the land,
Yes.
and that was it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And since that time, I started to do these journeys, like the past lives are showing to me. So now I know why I met this guide, because he used to be my brother in a past life. And I used to be like a high priestess in an Isis temple, or the healer. Like I see the past lives in Egypt that I had.
So let's just look into this. Let's just unpack this a little bit, because I'm sure we have got listeners that like understand and resonate with chakras and energies and past lives and things like that. But I'm sure we have equally as many that are like, what the hell are you talking about here?
Yes.
You too. Because you know, I have my mom is basically an atheist. So and I am a person who follows a spiritual path, and but my mind is very skeptical. So I like to, you know, have these discussions and explain a little bit. And as you said like I felt something. I felt it very strongly, and I cannot deny what I experienced. And that's how I explain energy and chi from China, from martial arts and qigong and meditation to other people as well. I'm like, there is like interoception. I experience something. I cannot deny it. My mind might be saying, "Are you crazy? Look what you're saying." But I have that experience. I have lived through it, or I'm living through it, so that makes sense to me. But for those people that, you know, haven't had that experience, haven't met with it, or have different worldview, how would you explain the chakra system? What are chakras, and what do we talk about when we talk about energy?
It's basically an energetical system which is located on a body. It's not visible. Some of the people, like guru ones, they may see it, but some of them, a lot of people feel it, and some of them they don't feel it, don't see it. It's all right. But they have like special, they are located on a body, so you know where it is. And it's like, let's say, it's not a veer, I don't know how to say it in English.
Vortex.
Yes, vortex, like of the energy that comes to your body through the chakra system. So the basic one is the root chakra, which is like in between your legs. It's like at the end of the spine, you know. So this part, it's located the root chakra, and it connects you with your ancestors and brings stability to your life, energy. It's just we say in English, in Czech, basic chakra, because if you have this chakra blocked, you don't receive energy to your body like to the other centers, because this one is the first one. So it and of course, every each chakra, it's like, let's say, how to explain it? It's like, I don't know if I can say established, but it's like it rises at some age. So the root chakra starts in prenatal age. So when the baby is in the belly of the mother, that's where it starts to rise, this root chakra. And of course, if there are some like emotion of the mother, like she's afraid, she has doubts or whatever, the baby usually gets it, like takes it as it is, it's the emotions.
Well,
So
we say it nowadays in science speech. That's epigenetics, you know.
yes,
You.
yes, yes. And you know, just and this chakra is like from the prenatal age to the age of 7. So if something happened to you in between this age, it was maybe traumatic or it was like heavy, and you didn't take out the emotions, like that you didn't cry or whatever, the emotions, they get like stuck in this energetic center, in this root chakra. And if there is we call it block, if there is a block, that means like, for example, you need to have many assurance, you don't trust people, you don't know how to make your life joyful, you got a lot of fear, like you are unstable, problems with money, problems with the mother, like the biological mother and the mother earth. So these people, they are not with their feet on the ground. And a lot of spiritual people actually do, they have this. I used to have it too, because my childhood wasn't that nice that I, you know, I want it, but now I understand why I went through this. But for some time, I was like, in my life, I was in these upper chakras. I wasn't like in the body. I didn't want to feel the pain. I didn't want to feel these emotions of, you know, sorrow and so on. So it is like very simple. The chakra which are blocked, let's say the root chakra, it is unblocked the way that you get back to that age, or you just simply feel that something doesn't work well for you, like that you don't trust people, that you, as I said, as I subscribe these blocks. So this, let's say, Isis temple, which is the location of root chakra, you can ask the temple to help you with that. And as
So, these temples, when they were built, they were specifically built for certain type of energies.
No, the temple is usually dedicated to some god. The energy of God is the similar as the energy of chakra. How the god behaved and how he behaved or she behaved, it just carries this energy.
The signature, so it's almost like an archetypal type.
Yes.
That C.G. Jung talked about. All right.
And then we like go through the temples and we just go through the chakras like in a body, and it gets cleared. Because I talk about the chakra before we go to the temple, so the people, they know like what it's about, what is when the chakra is not blocked, how you feel, how it is looks like, or when it is blocked, how it looks like. So they like get these aha moments, because then they see, aha, that's why I did have these problems, because my chakra is blocked. And actually, it's like the temple can unblock the chakra. It's important that you know what is the energy about, what is there for you, and you just realize what you need, and you can absorb what you need.
So how did you start these trips? How did you plan them? In what order? Where are these temples? How does it all look like?
Would you like me to share the pictures? Yes.
There you go, guys. Different view of Egypt.
Yeah. I actually started to put the pictures like with the hotel that we stay in, because I don't like to be in a hurry. This spiritual tour or journey, you just need to have time to absorb and just to do nothing, because you visit some temple and then you need to do nothing, so the energy goes and it like finishes the process, let's say.
Integration.
Integration, yeah, that's the correct word.
So I think everyone should travel like that, even if you don't do any like deep work or therapy work.
Yes,
even if you're just traveling for the sights.
it is
You
very,
need, yeah, you need some time to really like absorb things, integrate things, let
yeah,
them wash through you and like reset you. Because
exactly.
that's what traveling is all about, be it the inner or the outer.
Yes, exactly. So this journey really starts by the sea, because you need to get used to a new country. It's important to connect with the group. So we basically start by the sea in Marsa Alam or Hurghada, 2 days by the sea, like really doing nothing, relaxing, talking, sharing. And it's a very beautiful place to stay. And it's always very, very, very important to get the group like together. If you
Yeah, to get to know each other, and
yeah.
there is always certain atmosphere and certain setup with different types of people, and you just need that kind of grow in together as a
Yeah,
group, as well as getting to know each other as individuals.
exactly. And it's a beautiful hotel with an open beach. Now you can see like the map of Egypt, and you can see where we're gonna travel, because it's really, you can see that we will travel almost all over the Egypt. Start in Marsa Alam. We stay there for 2 days, as I said, by the beach. And then we go to, we take this small bus, because I didn't say one important thing. This journey is for maximum 14 people. It's,
Okay, small groups.
yes, small groups, because it's like a bigger family, and I like to work like that. I don't like with big groups, because it's not like personal. We always like connect to each others, and we become friends actually, and we just it's just much better for in small groups. That's the reason why we take a small bus, and it's very comfortable. So we travel by with the small bus to Aswan, which is the longest one, like the longest road. And we try to we do the stops and everything, and we will try to take part with train, because it's really like 10 or 12 hours of traveling. But we always agree on what when we stop, and we have a coffee, so it's very, very it's comfortable, as much as we can make it comfortable. And then we come to Aswan. There is a very beautiful hotel. It's called Hisakem, and it's like eco hotel. And it's like very, very close to the Isis temple. So there is a beautiful energy. And this hotel is, yeah, that's the one. And this hotel is like, it's laying between two dams. So the River Nile is there like a lake. So it's very quiet, and you can swim there. There are no crocodiles, but because the crocodiles are like behind the dam. They can
Okay, good.
they cannot climb beyond. So it's really safe, and I have practiced that many times, and I'm still here.
Good, because it's not the same like swimming with dolphins, right?
No, it's not.
It's like,
It's not.
wouldn't want to try that. Uh-huh.
And we stay in this hotel like for 2 nighs. And the next day, so the first day we just travel and then accommodate and just relax. And the next morning we drive to Abu Simbel, which is like a double temple. There are
That's
like
this
2
one?
temples. Yes, that's the one.
And that's here as well.
Yeah. And it's this temple can harmonize your male and female energy. It's like yin and yang, because it's like a double temple, as I said. And there is a temple which is dedicated to Rames II. The second temple is dedicated to his wife Nefertiti.
So this is
Nefertari, sorry.
this is the Nefertari one.
Yes, Nefertari one, and this is Ramses II one. Yes. So now you can understand. It's like you go to this Ramses I temple, and you can ask for harmonizing the male energy inside of you, which is like the interior man. Do I call it right?
Inner man. Yeah.
Inner man, yeah, inner man.
Inner male, yeah.
Because sometimes we have like more than we should, and then it makes problems within the partnership. So
that's when a woman is way too like you say wearing the trousers, and
yes, exactly.
And the male is more like
yeah. Yes, so you can actually ask for that, or you can ask for healing your right side of the body, which belongs to a male energy, or you can simply ask for healing like within the relationship, healing this part, or healing the past relationship with a man or with a father. So you can ask for like, there are many things you can ask for, and sometimes you just don't know like exact intention, so you can ask to be like harmonized. What is just needed for you? What are you prepared for?
What you are open to.
Yes, open to, yeah. So then you visit the female one, and like we go twice, because usually the first visit is like let's say healing, and the second visit of the same temple, it's like absorbing what you need, because when you heal something goes out and you need to replace it. So
that's true.
The same with the chakras. But
because the nature abhors vacuum, so it fills it with something else, and either it fills it by itself, or you fill it intentionally with something that you really need. Because sometimes we can get rid of negative programming or negative things just to replace them by another negative or destructive thing, right? So just making sure that it's replaced by something that is positive and supportive.
So this is, let's say, like non-chakra temple, but it harmonizes the yin and yang in you. This is like the first temple that we visit. And then
so do you have any stories to share that people experience there, or what do they usually say? Or
I have one which was very, let's say, hard for me when I heard the story. I had a lady with me that she was abused by her grandfather for 10 years. And she decided she had, been working with this trauma for many, many years. So it was like almost cleaned. But this was like the final cleaning, and she asked me to be with her. She opened like this she told me what is the story about. And she just asked me, could you please be with me, because I don't know how it's gonna be. You know, sometimes the body reacts like, how to say, you feel dizzy, or you just don't feel comfortable, you feel some vibrations, and that's the process. That's the physical process with the energy. So I was with her, and she just asked for the healing, and like the final healing, and just to how to say it, to forgive. That
Right, yeah, forgiveness is
yeah,
usually the closing up
yeah, and
of
it was
therapeutic
very,
process.
you know, it was very, very strong. But I always at the beginning of this journey, I do like initiation meditation, and I give them like these. I make them these. How do you call it in English? It's
Bracelets.
bracelets. Yeah. And I make them, and there are like let's say protection. And I always say within the meditation that we are gonna go through what are we prepared for. We don't need to do any like harms to ourselves, to go so much deeper that it's so heavy to, you know, it's not needed. Basically, it's not needed.
So you safeguard them so they
yes.
don't push themselves into
Yes,
something that is
exactly.
uncomfortable. This is not, they are not ready for. Okay,
Yes,
cool.
exactly. Because I am like, I hold the energy of the group all the time. But I divide the responsibility. I say, okay, if you have some process and you want me to help you, just, you know, raise your hand, whatever, just say, I'm not feeling comfortable. And I will be happy to help you, but I don't really want to enter your space without you saying that you want to. Of course, if there is some problems that, you know, she, I don't know, cannot talk, which didn't happen yet, I will help her when I see it.
Well, you are a trained therapist, so you know what you're doing.
I know how to hold this. So it was, you know, when she was crying there because there is like there are guards in the temples, and as they work there for many years, they are very, very sensitive, and they feel what the person needs. And I always tell the people, if the guard offers you to, you know, to go through some process, it always looks like touch this, say this, change it, whatever. They know. They are so connected, so they know. And she followed the guard, and I translated because she doesn't speak English. And when the process was like when it ended, like the crying and all that, I came to her, like at the same time one of the ladies from the group came to her, and I put my hand on her like back on one side, and the other one put on the other side. And you know, it was like the end of the cry. And then we put our hands at the same time away, because there were wings like growing, and then the wings like spread. It was like energetically, but it was amazing. And she just felt so free. I took a strong story. It's not always like that, but it was so beautiful, and I was just amazed and so happy for her.
And you said she has gone through years of therapeutic work, so this was like the finishing, completing stage. Okay.
But you know, the thing, like let's say the funny thing with the lady that came with me to put the hands on her back, she felt the same, and you cannot just explain it with your head, with your mind. You just, you know, we just put the hands at the same time, and then we shared like, did you feel there were wings? And she said, yes, it was amazing. So it's something that if you don't go through it, you just don't believe it.
The head is saying, oh no, it's illogical. But as Shakespeare says, there are many things between heaven and earth that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the first temple, and then we go back to Aswan. We visit the Nubian village, which I didn't put any photos here, just to see how they live there, the Nubians. And the next morning, I didn't say that we do the meditation, like the starting meditation before this Abu Simbel temple.
So it's still in Heisakem that you
Yes,
do the
because there is a
beginning.
beautiful meditation space, like it's a round one, and all the buildings, there are like small buildings for 2-3 people, and it's a round one, and it's so beautiful energy in there for sleeping and everything. I just love it. And the next, yeah.
Sorry, why is the beginning meditation important? Why is it?
Because I guide them to meet the soul. To meet the soul and ask the soul, why are they in Egypt? Because, the head may say, I came here because this and because that. But, the soul is always, it knows. So, and it's like individual, because even though it's like a group journey, I always respect individuals. And it's very important to feel that you have a choices, you can join or you don't need to join, because I don't like pushing people, and I don't like when someone pushes me. So that's why I guide the meditation. So each of the group, each person of the group can meet their soul and speak to their soul, and they have like different answers. So that's the individuality. So yeah, so let's get back to the next
after the Nubian village and after Abu Simbel.
Yes, after Abu Simbel we visit the Nubian village in the evening, and then we go back to Heisa camp for another night, and the next morning we take a small boat and we go to the original gate of Isis, of goddess Isis, because this Isis temple, Philae temple, was moved. Like, it's moved 350 meters. It's not far. It's very close because of the dam and the water.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
So, but the original gate stayed there. And always go there before breakfast for the sunrise. And it's just amazing. And I ask the goddess Isis for blessing for the group, for blessing all of us to go through the journey and to receive what we are prepared for, and what we need to have in our lives. So it's just amazing moment together with the sunrise. It's just amazing.
For those that are listening to us but are not so clear on the divinities of Egypt, what can you just say quickly as an introduction about the goddess Isis?
Goddess Isis, she's called like a big mother. She is like an archetype of feminine energy.
So and the great mother one.
Yeah, the great mother, yes. And she is here to guide people. She's like guiding women. And she is like synonym of unconditional love. So she is actually like the mother that you would like to have. If your biological one wasn't the one that,
that was capable to give you the care and love.
Because she didn't know.
She's just human.
Yeah, exactly. So when we do this ritual, we go back for the breakfast to the Heisa camp and then go to the Isis temple. And this I really would like to explain, because it's again an amazing moment, because as I said, the Isis temple is like on an isle. It's on an island. So it reminds me, it came to me like that when I was there first time, that you are like the baby, you know, swimming in the belly of the mother. You're on the boat, you know, reaching the Isis temple, and you are like in the belly. You're
Mm-hmm,
not born yet. And when
mm-hmm.
you step on the island, that's like the reborn. That's like the starting the life. So I always offer the women or the men, depends how is the group, here to the Nile, you can put like take off the bag from your shoulders. The bag,
All the things we carry in,
yes,
yes,
we carry,
worries,
which is not,
programming, traumas,
yes,
yes.
it's not like yours. You maybe took it from your mother, as I said, or maybe the father, whatever. You can just give it to the Nile. You don't need to
Mhm.
carry it anymore, and you can like go through the birth again.
So be reborn, it's very symbolic. I mean, again, like the therapeutic processes, ceremonies, rituals. Like for example, C.J. Jung was using a lot, and it is being used in contemporary therapies more and more.
Yes.
This symbolic um, processes that.
And you may visualize, you know, so it helps you to go through the process, and it's very, very nice, and you really feel like a more light, you know.
Later afterwards, yes.
Yeah. So and as you can see on the pictures, we wear like red color, which, like, you know, it's not obligatory. It's really up to you. You can wear whatever you want, but you know, it like still it supports you, even the color of the root chakra. And of course, before we go to the Isis temple, as to the other temples, we talk about the subject, we talk about the chakra. And
Mm-hmm.
I use the Egyptian chakra oils. So I offer
Mm-hmm.
them to put it on a root chakra, and it all helps you to get open and get the, let's say, cleaning or healing, whatever is needed
Mm-hmm.
in
And
that area.
and again, for people that are not comfortable with the words or the concepts of vibrational
Yeah.
energies and so on, this is very symbolic. This is deeply symbolic. These ceremonies, ceremonial and ritual things
Yeah.
do change your psyche. They do change, and once you change your psyche, you change your body. So if you are more comfortable looking at it this way, and again, rituals and ceremonies are making their way back into our everyday material physical lives. So here we go. This is
Yes.
how it's done in
Yes.
Egypt.
Exactly. And you know, like one more thing, when a woman, I was like that before till my 40s, I was in male energy because I had a lot of unpleasant emotions, you know, stuck in the first three chakras, which is the childhood.
Mm.
So it brings you, or it takes you to the mind part, because you don't want to be in your body, because there are it's not comfortable to feel all the pain and everything.
It's
So
painful, it's
this
uncomfortable.
is the
You
message
just
for women which are more in male energy, that this could be the reason. It usually is, you know. So if you like clean the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra, it may really change, because the body, it's like it's beautiful tool for, you know, to feel and to give you like sites where to go, what to do, and it's really natural for women to have a sensitive body.
yeah, but for men as well,
Yes,
they
for men as
just
well.
I mean, like we women are more used to
Yes.
emotions and the cyclical kind of nature of us because we are born with it and into it. for men, the emotional thing and the cyclical thing is something new that they have to learn, because testosterone is more like that's not
Fine.
not so cyclical. Let's put it that this
Yes.
way. But like the whole culture of us, we are so much in our head that we forget to really be in our bodies. And I was like, what do you mean we forget to be in our bodies? We are in our bodies all the time, every day. No, we are not. We think more, we identify with our thoughts, with which is more seen as the muscular or the male or the young kind of orientation, whether the female and woman thing is the yin is more the cyclical, the changeable, the not in the form, and more of a intuitive, which is again not said that men don't have it. We all have all these
Yes.
aspects, the female and male. It's
Mhm.
just it depends if we are aware of them and in what harmony or balance they may be within us. Do we think too much and mostly just
Yeah.
in our head, or are we in our bodies? Are we in connection with our intuition or the gut brain? Let's say this way. Is it this brain, or is it the gut brain, or is it something in between, more wholesome? So yeah,
And it's
makes
very
sense.
important to be grounded, because
Mm.
chakra, it's about grounding. It's about connection to the Mother Earth. And as you may know from this summer solstice, we are in a new age now. It has changed. The vibration of the earth has changed, and it doesn't work to it. Living from a mind doesn't work. It stopped work. Living from the heart, it's what it's needed from us, and it's beautiful for us, but we are not used to it. So it's really changing, and this journey may be one of the helping ones to
Balance the mind and the heart.
yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
So when we enter the temple, always I do the grounding, because it's very important. We are working with the energies. Egypt is very strong, and you really need to be humbled. Is it the correct word?
Humble, yes.
Humble with the energy. So I do the grounding, which is like very, very simple, and you may know it. You just imagine, you just visualize that from the feet, from your feet are growing smaller roots, like roots, and it's growing through the earth to the center of the earth, to the core, and the roots just go around, and then you are grounded. It's very, very simple. And before every meditation, people should ground, because you never know how far fly you go within the meditation. So we enter the temple. I do the grounding with the group, and then Ashraf, he has his history speech, which I translate to Czech. It really depends how is the group, because from September, which is the next journey, I opened it to the world, as I say. So the journey may be guided in English and in Czech at the same time. So the group can be mixture. So if you have like English, it's like
Spouse, yeah.
yes, and
Friend,
maybe
whatever.
it's Czech. It's perfect
Yeah.
because it's both. So then we go, so I translated the history, and then we let the people go like on their own. So they have maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour. It depends how we agree. So perfect. So it's not like you have to go here and see this and this and this. Of course, on the beginning, Ashraf, he shows the main sense on the walls, and explains like the energy of what is happening there, because he started to be spiritual too. Like he opened when we started to work together, so he's also changing. So his speech, it's not only history, but it's like spirituality and history, which is perfect. And then on the next picture, you can see it's the sanctuary, because there's always like the strongest a room or part of the
Oh,
temple.
that's this one. Okay.
That's actually, when you come there, that's the deepest one, because the temples there were built it like from back to the front. So yeah, that's like the altar. And it's really, there's a really very very nice grounding energy, as in the Aswan. There's all this town, there is a beautiful energy of safety, grounding. It's like, you know, you're being in the mother's arms. It's so beautiful. So we go through the temples, and I, you know, I am with the group, or sometimes it depends. It's not always the same.
It depends on the group, on the mixture,
Yeah.
each of the person there, and on the day.
Yeah, and then we meet in a cafeteria. We have the time when we meet. So we meet there, we have a coffee or whatever, and then we leave the temple on a small boat. Then we go to the, I didn't put any pictures here, but we go to the market for some spices and you know, things, because in Aswan they have the best spices. And then we go to the boat, which is the luxury time, because we have this on that first picture, there is the boat, which is a private boat. It's called the Habea, and it's for 12 people. They have different ones, but this one is for 12 people, and it's only for us.
So how long do you spend there on the boat?
4 days and 3 nights.
Nice.
Yeah. So we go there, we always have a drink prepared, because we are like, you know, coming to the boat, and there is one of the one of the staff, he's holding a tray with the drinks, with cold drinks, with lime and mint or whatever they prepare, and you just feel like a queen. You're coming, you know, as everything.
Royalty.
Yeah. And it's actually perfect, as I do this journey with a man. He really does the man stuff, like organizing everything. You know, you need to have a permission to travel all over the Egypt. You cannot go like on your own. So it's, everything is organized, everything is prepared, and we just go, you know, in our female energy, and we really don't need to do the man things, which is perfect.
The men, the organizing, that means
Yes.
the yeah, you can just, though, if it's in the female energy, you mean it's not just women in the group, but it's in
No.
that I am in the body, I am more in the dream time, I am more in the intuitive, I can just experience, and I don't have to organize some things about the next logistics, because it's already done for you.
Exactly. Mostly are women coming, but like this March, there were like couples. Even my husband joined me, which was very nice. And it really changes things in a relationship, because you get healed, you absorb what you need, and it really changes, and it's very nice. So we accommodate on a boat. We have lunch there, and then we start to move. And then I always ask for the stop for the swimming, because it's also something which is very, very nice within this private boat, that you can stop on some small beach, and you can it's really not like swimming, because the Nile is really wild. No, there are no crocodiles. Not at all.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. No, so no swimming with crocodiles again.
No, the crocodiles are from the Aswan to Abu Simbel.
Okay.
Nasser Lake, but not on the other.
Not on this stretch of the journey. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. No. Okay.
So, but you know, to like put your body into the River Nile, it's really like secret river.
So it's like with in India with the river Ganges.
I have experienced it in India, in Ganga, and you know the river has like vibrations. So you can again, you know, ask for the cleaning if there is something, you know, just to refresh and clean like the rest of it, because we don't have any other plans in the afternoon. We just, you know, enjoy the boat, you know, just sitting there, or it really depends if you want to get some sleep or you want to read book or whatever, you want to take a sunshine. It's really
it's your time.
It's yeah, it's time of all of us, and we just do what we feel we want to do.
Awesome. So what's the next step then?
We always stop when like for the night the boat is not moving, so then the next day we go to the Komombo, which is the energy of the sacral chakra.
Which god is that?
It has a green color, and it's like a low stomach. And you know, within the women, it's like about the fertility, about the feminine energy, because all the feminine organs are inside there. It's about the hips. It's about the kidneys, because it is connected to relationships, and it's about the relationship to your father, like from the childhood. So if you were a small girl, you needed protection, you need from the father, you needed to be you know, hold and hugged, and you know, feel like the trust, and from here comes like the trust to a man, from this relationship with your father. So again, it, let's say, corrects all this part in us, because the temple, it's like a double temple, because if you cut it in the middle, it has absolutely the same parts, but one
right, mirror.
Yes, mirror. But one side is dedicated to the god Sobek. He was with the dark side of us. And the other one with Horus. He was connected like to the light. But, you know, as I'm astrologer, I also tell them, because I take the astrology maps with them, with me, for all the participants. And I can see the dark the darkness part in the horoscope. So I tell them it's about Lilith. So I offer them like a ritual there to accept the dark side, because it's our part. And if you don't accept your dark side, you cannot you know, love yourself without conditions.
Yeah, shadow work.
Shadow work, yes. So I tell them like, let's say your Lilith, your shadow is, let's say, in a Cancer, which is in your body, situated in a stomach. So I tell them like the location, and they can they go through the temple, like the dark one first, and I offer them like to accept it, to accept that the dark part is part of them, in a way to honor her, because sometimes it really helps you. Sometimes you need to or you use it, because when you're like threatened or whatever, you just use it. It's all right. So it's kind of ritual in combining with the astrology. And again, when we come back to the boat, we have a lunch, and then we float. You say float with the boat?
Yeah, we've sail.
Oh, sail. Sorry. So, and we sail, and in that afternoon, I do the cacao ceremony, and then in the evening, we have a dancing, because you know, dancing really cleans this sacral chakra, and it's also connected to sexuality, which I didn't say. So, you know, it just fits to the plan. And it's a very beautiful evening. Next day we go to the Edfu temple, which is the location of the solar plexus, which is like the stomach part, and it's like a center of emotions, and it's like the center, like when you are in adolescent age, that's when the this chakra is activated.
Individuality.
Exactly, individuality. You need to find out who you are, and you need to realize that you are responsible for your emotions, for your decisions, and for your life. So you become like a creator of your life.
So that's Edfu. So which deity, which god is
Horus?
Horus? Yeah, that's Horus. Yes.
And here I should say a very famous and important story about Isis and Osiris and Horus. Isis was a wife and also sister of Osiris, yes. And but he had a bad brother called Set, who was jealous at him, and he also liked Isis. So Set cut it Osiris in 14 pieces and threw them all over the Egypt. The 14th part, which was the phallus, he threw it in a river Nile, and the fishes ate it. That's why the Nubians, they don't eat fish.
Yeah, I can't blame them.
And Isis, with her sister, was searching for these parts. So she found 13 parts of the Osiris, and she put him together. And as the phallus was missing, Isis changed into that bird. I can't remember.
You can say in Czech, maybe we'll find
Sokol.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an eagle, small eagle, smaller eagle.
That's a bird of prey, but those of you who know the stories of Egypt will know exactly what we mean, but
I just can't remember now.
Bilingual brains are not connected in the moment.
And she sucked his semen, and she got pregnant, and she gave a birth to Horus. So Horus, the god Horus, is like symbol of like the battle between the light and dark. So that's this Edfu temple, and it's again, there is like, it's about the fear if you don't believe in yourself, because it's about self-confidence. The second chakra, it's self-love, and this is self-confidence, and to have like to be brave and to live your life with the joy, and like if there is a block on this solar plexus chakra, you just feel that you have your life in your hands. Otherwise, you feel like a victim or aggressor. And it's like this game, but it can be healed this way, through the Edfu temple.
Okay.
And we take a ride, to the temple, so you feel really like queen, and it's a huge and beautiful temple. And there is also a sanctuary of Horus. There is like looks like a boat where used to be the gold statue, and it's a beautiful, very beautiful temple.
Beautiful interiors.
Yeah.
So the next day, Dendera, right?
Yes, Dendera.
So I guess that's a heart.
Exactly.
That's a heart, isn't it? Okay. So
that's the last day on the boat. Like, we take a breakfast, and we check out from the boat, and we again there is this small bus prepared for us. So we drive to Dendera, which is the temple of Hathor, the heart chakra. So this is about unconditional love, about Soucit, compassion. It's about to balance receiving and giving. Because if you're only giving, one day you will have nothing to give and you have to be receiving. So it's actually receiving by left hand and giving by the right. So it's like a circle which never ends. It's usually or very often a problem of women that they don't receive, they only give.
And it's the maternal thing,
out and depressed and
burned out.
Yes, burned out. Yes,
you can't keep giving from empty glass.
Yeah. And there is very, very beautiful chapel of Isis, because each temple, it's like dedicated to some god, and then there are like side temples dedicated to some other side gods. And there is because Hathor was goddess of joy, fertility, dancing, protection, and she was very connected to Isis. It's like Isis about guiding and Hathor about protection. And as women and mothers, we need to do both when we have a children, for example. And there is a very, very beautiful Isis chapel, very, very strong one. And also there is a room where Isis put together Osiris. And there is a strong, beautiful energy of unconditional love.
And so again, it's the two mothers. It's about love and care, and yes. So Hathor and Isis.
Yes, and there is a beautiful ceiling, because the temples there were beautiful and colored. It used to, but all over the years they were covered with sand and dark. So they are now being cleaned. And Dendera is one of the temples where the ceiling is very cleaned. And there is like zodiac signs. It's like heaven. It's beautiful. Really beautiful.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So maybe if you have a picture of the ceiling, we can add it at the end.
I didn't put it.
No, later on we can add it in. Yes.
I can. Yeah.
So this is the outside of Dendera, right?
Yeah, and I do again. I do their ritual in this Isis chapel. Ritual for opening the receiving, and it's like it changes. It's not the same all the time, because I really I am guided. I plan some of the things, but not in a detail, and I cleans and opens your heart.
When someone
that you cannot forget that someone did wrong.
Yeah. When you need to forgive, but you are holding the grudge, and because someone did something bad.
And holding it takes a lot of energy away from you, and you're not free. You're stuck. So this place like melts these things, and you can open your heart and just feel free, and you just go like that.
So you use the space for this particular thing that symbolically again releasing things, and for those of you that actually work with energy, what we call energy, but you might find a different word, then you feel it on that level. Awesome.
Then we drive back to Luxor, where we have a hotel, a Thebes hotel, where we stay 2 days. It's a hotel with a swimming pool on the roof, and it's again very nice one, relaxing. So in the afternoon you can relax, do whatever you want to. And the next morning, there is one trip which you can choose, and it's the hot balloon trip.
Oh, hot balloon. Nice.
Again, with the sunrise. So you can
Mhm.
see the sunrise, from a balloon. You can
Wow.
see Hatshepsut Temple, Valley of the Kings, River Nile, Memnon Colossus, like from above. And it's very, very beautiful.
Tiny.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. That sounds amazing. Yeah.
And then we visit the Hatshepsut temple, which is not chakra temple. It's again about Lilith a little bit. It's about, because Hatshepsut was the only queen, and she was a leader of Egypt for 23 years, which was like exceptionally,
The female pharaoh.
Yes, exactly. So, and she behaved like a man. She put a beard like she was a man. But she was in a way manipulating with a man, and having like weddings with a small. It was like a step brother, and he was like, I think he was 3 or something when she married him, and he was supposed to be the king, but he was too young. So she was doing like marriages so she could be the leader. Very, very nice. A temple. It's partly in a mountain, and there is it's not open, but there is like a tunnel from the temple through the mountain to the Valley of Kings, the tomb to her tomb, but it's not open, and they are afraid that if they like open it, it may collapse the temple.
Yeah. I better not do it then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, and the next day we go to the Karnak temple and Luxor temple. And the Karnak temple is very, very big complex of temples. It's really huge, but there is one very tiny building, a very tiny small temple, which is like for goddess Sekhmet.
would that be this one?
Yes. And
Okay.
and we visit it, and it's again not allowed to visit for the, let's say, ordinary tourist, because that's the great thing that the colleague, he can organize it, he can
He's local.
do it.
Yeah. He's
And
a
the same,
guide and
and the same,
archaeologist.
you can say in Dendera temple there are like underground rooms which we visit just because
Just
we organize it, and it's perfect.
VIP, yes. So normally,
Exactly.
if you went with just a normal kind of tourist agency, you wouldn't get to these places. But
Yes.
because you have got connections, you have got your Egyptologist partner
Yes.
that co-organizes and co-leads, then you actually get to
It's
visit some
perfect.
places where you couldn't otherwise. Perfect.
And very
Yeah.
strong places, which really you feel the energy and really helps you to do the changes.
When we say energy, then again, I would like to point out that even if you don't believe in energy, or you are not comfortable with that particular term, when you enter a cathedral, let's say here in Europe, you enter one of the amazing medieval cathedrals, you call it atmosphere. You feel something totally different from how you felt when you were outside on the street. And then you enter the cathedral, and there it changes. So
Yeah.
you can call it atmosphere if you're not comfortable with the word energy, but there definitely something changes. There's just definitely something different in that space
Yes, that's right.
that influences you, that
Yeah,
you can
and
like.
and I say like that energy, usually you don't see energy, but electricity is also energy, which you don't see, but if you touch it, oh, you feel it.
And if you would like to say, well, yeah, but you can measure it. Well, There are things that still exist. You can't see them and you cannot measure them. What about love? You love your partner, you love your parents, you love your kids, or you love what you do. You cannot really measure it. Not really. No, there is no machine that will measure your love. Yet you feel it and influences everything in your life. So let's put it on that
That's
side.
very nice. So this shrine or a small temple for Sekhmet, it's like very small room, like it's like 2 meters, 3 meters. It's a very small one, but it's the only standing statue of Sekhmet in all over the Egypt, and it was never moved from this place. And it's so
Wow.
beautiful and so strong place, and she is connected to the power because she was a goddess of power. And so she is like, let's say, connected to your solar plexus. So you can, as we visited the heart chakra temple, so you like go back to your solar plexus. You can ask her for the energy, for the individuality, and then you can like go up. And you know, I have the experience that she talks to you. She even smiles. Once she leaked my cheek.
Licked.
Licked.
Yeah.
And it was so, you know, it was so funny. Yeah, but you know, she smiles even though it's statue. You know, it's hard to explain with words. But
But then there are certain experiences that
yeah,
are difficult to explain with words or explained with logical mind. So
yeah. But you know, there just to say like a story of a client here. I had a lady with me that she, after a visit of this small temple, of this sanctuary of Sekhmet, she started to have a stomach problems, and she was, you know, throwing up all the time since that. And I asked her if she needs my help, and she said it's okay, it's okay. But you know, after that, in the evening, we go to the railway station to take a train to Giza, and she was like almost white and green, and I was like, "Are you sure you don't want me to help you?" And she said, "Okay." So when we settled in a train, I visited her cabin, and I was asking questions like when it started, and she said it started within this when I visited Sekhmet. And then, you know, it came to me right away that she was afraid of her personal power because in some past time she used it wrongly. And it happens. We were, you know, we all were on the right or bad sides in some of our past lives. It's normal. We tried all these parts. And when I said it, she started to cry. So because I use also music, it really helps to go through the process. So I put on Ho'oponopono. And she was like crying. I was holding her. And then it like the process like left, and she was happy, smiling, you know, and it was just one sentence that
and no
came.
longer throwing up.
No longer. Yeah.
Psychosomatic, yes.
Yes, exactly. So this is in Karnak. And then we go from Karnak. There is a
Luxor.
how to call it, alley, Sphinx Avenue, Sphinx Avenue in
Sphinx.
English. Sphinx Avenue, which connects the Karnak temple and the Luxor temple. This Sphinx Avenue, it's like the throat chakra. It's like a neck. And the throat chakra is about communication, and it's about expressing yourself. And you know, it's very logical. Like if you don't have any blocks or don't have any big blocks in your chakra system down the throat chakra, then you don't have a problem to express yourself. You can speak in a front of each others. You can sing. You can do whatever which is you. But if you do have some blocks, like let's say you don't believe in yourself, you have a low
Self-esteem.
self-confidence or self-esteem. Yeah, so it all impacts the throat chakra. So I offer so you can do like let's say dynamic ritual, walking the Sphinx Avenue, and we usually take off the shoes, and I say, imagine that with every step you're putting the blocks from the throat chakra to the ground. Every obstacles that are like connected that you cannot express yourself, it goes to the ground. And when you say that, you know, then it's being a little bit heavy, because, you know, just when you put the intention, it changes in the body, but it's getting better and better and better. And
with intention and with your thoughts, change of your thoughts, change of chemistry, change within your body, how you somatically experience. Yeah, makes perfect sense for those of you again that, you know, would like to have more kind of physical words, explanations.
Yeah, that's how we reach the Luxor temple. And like almost evening, you can see there is a sunset on that picture. Then the Luxor temple, we visit Luxor temple, and then we go to the railway station, and we take a train. It's like a night train to Giza.
Aha, pyramids.
Pyramids, yes, that's the top one, the final destination. So we are usually there like very, very early. So we try to be there like between the first ones, so there are not many people, so you can go to inside the pyramid, because it's not very comfortable when there are many people.
It'll be
and that's
too crowded.
Yeah, it's too crowded. It's not comfortable. So like in this plateau in Giza, there is the energy of the third eye, intuition. And inside the pyramids, there is the crown chakra, which is the connection to the God.
So again, it's like the medieval cathedrals where you are reaching out to the great unknown or God or the divine sacred.
Yes.
Amazing.
And it's just amazing. I love it there. My most favorite is Isis, Hathor, and pyramids.
Yeah.
You just
bliss of absolute bliss. Yes.
You feel absolute bliss, like without purpose. You know, you just feel it and you just smile and you are so happy. That's the feeling. That's the energy inside the pyramid.
Amazing. That doesn't happen very often in our lives, let's face it. And we can do with a little bit more bliss, because once you have experienced bliss, your body knows what it feels like, and you're able to switch to it again, or you are able to search for it properly and recognize it next time.
And you can, like, when you visit these places, these temples, you can always like visualize and go back there. Get the energy again. Like, let's say the astral body, or however we call it, you can just go there because you know how it looks, even though through the picture.
And again, like, we can explain it from the material point of view. Once you have your body have experienced it, you had the mixture of chemicals that make you experience it that way. You can recall it again because it already exists. That formulae exist in your body, and with visualization, which is our great inner technology, you can recall it again.
Yeah, and within all these 7 main chakras, there are like, let's say it's like one sentence that I will tell you which one it is. Like from the middle, like the third chakra, it's like, you know. So you can actually say, I know from here, I know that I am the root chakra. I am safe. I know that I am loved. Sacral chakra, I know that I can, it's safe to love. if it's the correct translation.
Mhm.
I know that it's safe to express yourself. I know that it's safe to see, and I love myself unconditionally. That's the crown chakra. So it's like,
And
I think it's even logical.
it's very logical. And let's face it, these are all the topics and themes
Yeah.
that we humans are struggling with at the moment
Mhm.
because we are often not capable of loving ourselves and putting ourselves, well, giving ourselves the self-care we really need. There is very much struggling about self-esteem and self-confidence.
Yes.
Um, we are more capable of loving other people and doing service for other people than for ourselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, oh, I'm just saying like us, like humans, are afraid of speaking out,
Yeah.
speaking how we feel, what we believe in, because we are worried that we will be cancelled, laughed at, thought of us, whatever.
Yeah.
So in the past, that was being scared, epigenetic memory, being scared of being hanged
Yeah.
or burned, So
Mhm.
there is loads of going on.
And actually, Egypt is like cleans the past lives. And as you said, you can always say, oh, if my parents were different, I could be a different person. But now you are adult, and you can keep saying that till you die, but you will not live the life that you want to live.
And
So
also, yeah, and
yeah,
also
so
it's
as you are adult, okay, your father didn't give you the love that you needed, give it to yourself. You are already adult. That's the same with the mother. Just forgive them because maybe they didn't receive the love. So how could they love you when they don't love themselves, or they didn't get the love from the parents? It's like cycling. And this is what people should just they should know it, that as you love yourself just as person you are. Of course we do, let's say, mistakes, but what is mistake? I say the mistake doesn't exist. It's
experience,
experience.
a
So
learning experience, yes.
be kind to yourself, and just love yourself as you are, because everyone is like exceptional.
Exactly. And you can, as you say, we have free choice. We are adult
Yeah.
beings and we have free choices. And even if you don't feel free in your environment, let's say you're living in a country that is not exactly free, well, we know we have lived through totalitarian regime, but
Yeah.
you still have lots of free choice within how you look at things. Are you going to be a victim? You can decide. Are you going to be a victim of epigenetics?
Mhm.
Of circumstances of other
Mhm.
people,
Yeah.
or are you going to take the power that you can, the power of choices, and just reframe things and start doing things differently, not from a victim point of view,
Yeah.
just saying, okay, I will work with the past, I will work with the traumas, I will work with the blockages, I'll work what happened in our families, in the
Mhm.
whole epigenetical line. I don't have to be a victim of DNA. We now scientifically we know we can switch on and off. DNA can be switched on and off. I'm probably saying it for my friend scientist. Hello, I just probably said it totally like mundanely, and he would be able to explain it much better. But we are no longer victims of our DNA, what we have inherited. It can be changed. There are ways of changing lots of things, more than we have ever thought before, and more than science allowed for
Mhm.
before. But even now, the science is saying, oh, actually, it's not what we thought it was. There is much more flexibility, much more freedom. So we don't
Yeah.
have to be victims.
Yes.
But as a therapist and guide, you know that it takes decisions and it takes some process and it takes a journey, which
Yes.
is like we have gone through the whole symbolic journey here. And you do it actually physically in Egypt, and we have done it now virtually here, and
Mhm.
went through our whole body and through our whole psychology, because we know that body and our psychology, our emotions and thoughts, and the innermost being of us cannot be divided from the body. That is one system, and it needs to be worked as such. And ritual, ceremony, and all these inner and outer workings together work the best.
Yeah. And one thing that I didn't say about the River Nile, Egyptians say that the River Nile, it's like a spin of the Egypt.
Oh, spine.
Yeah. Sorry. And we as we sail from the root chakra, which is the start of the spine, and we sail through the body, and we visit the chakra places, and it's really and the secret river Nile just helps it. And to be honest, my feeling and my experience, I'm 50 now, and I have some experiences. And as I say, I have the authenticity because my when a child is born, it's born to it has two gods, mother and father, and it believes them everything they say. And my father was telling me that no one will love me, that I'm ugly and whatever, because he doesn't love himself. And my mother was telling me, you have to do it like that, or you cannot do it like that. So she was really straight. And I didn't love myself for a very, very long time, for many, many years. And then I realized that what I heard was wrong. It's not about me. So you just woke up, and then you have the decision. You can be angry at the parents, or just cut them off about, so, or you can forgive, and you can try to understand why they behaved like that, because they didn't get the love. So
yeah, and
can they love themselves unconditionally? They don't love themselves unconditionally. So
exactly.
It's possible. And if I wouldn't get through this childhood, I wouldn't be doing this job, because I am engineer of economics. So
I noticed that you actually studied finances and banking, which is really.
I used to be working in corporate companies, and and my children, when I became a mother, they changed me. I started to study astrology because I wanted to know them as a persons, who they are, what they need. And you can see it from the astrology map. So it was a journey, and I'm very grateful to my parents how it was, because of them I am who I am.
That's true. And if you haven't had that experience, I mean, at the same time, we are not saying that you have to condone if there was actually real abuse. You don't have to condone that, but you to cut yourself away from it and not be and go through the process of transforming yourself from a victim to a sovereign being. You taking, so it's just like forgiving is not condoning. Forgiving is, it's just saying, okay, this is yours. I may or may not understand it, but I am taking it off my shoulders, off my body, off my psychosomatic system, and I'm giving back to you like this, okay? And I'm just going on with my life journey without that weight on me, without that hurting me and burdening me further. So yes, it makes perfect sense. And so now, sorry.
That's the reason. That's the reason why I guide the people, why I do the therapy, because I've been through it as a therapist as well. So yeah, it's just simple as that. So back to Egypt.
Yeah, I was just going to say, let's conclude our journey because we are almost at the end.
Yes, we are. So the pyramids, it's the top. It's the conclusion that you love yourself just as you are, And then after the visit, we go to the lunch and we go to see a healer, Egyptian healer, because he's also owner of the manufacturer of oils, of secret oils.
Oh, nice.
These are the chakra oils that I use on a journey. I buy them there, and I have it also in Czech Republic. So and he is amazing person, and there is like a gift from us to the clients that the healer does the healing, like he goes through the chakras and using the oils, and he's really amazing and beautiful person. So the end of this day, and we travel then by bus to back to Hurghada, and we sleep one night, and in the morning, hopefully I always take afternoon flight, because I think it's important to stay half a day by the sea, you know, just to integrate everything. And I always do like the closing circle in a sea, because we always share our feelings in the evening every day, just to, you know, and as much as you open, you heal yourself and you heal the others, because when you open, then you realize that the person next to you has the same things, and you know, you're not alone with these problems or having these troubles. So that's the last day, the number 12, because it's 12-day journey, and then we go home. We fly
and integrate some more.
Yes, and I must say that mostly, like all of the people that went with us, we are friends. So it's a really beautiful journey. That I must say that it's really original, you know, like the program, that no one does that the way we do, because it was sent to me, and I'm really thankful for that. And it's just amazing. It's 12 days that really changes your life, and you know, it still continues maybe for 1 or 2 years. You get like
the process still ongoing.
Yes,
It changes.
So you know, I always say there is no time to waste time. And it's you are just welcome to join our journey.
So for you, that you had just some stirring, you know, it's calling out to you, you're curious, or you just know you would like to go on this journey. We will add contacts for Mila here, and you can contact her and basically ask any questions that you might have, and there you go. You might start on your own journey.
This September, it's the journey number 8. It's always September and March.
Yeah, you said on equinox, so it's a nice balanced time. Again, very symbolic, you know, ceremonial, sacred time in many cultures, in all cultures really, apart from maybe our Western one at the moment. But we are getting back there again. Well, Mila, thank you so much for this journey, for sharing this journey with us. Thank you all for listening. And if you have any questions about Egypt, about the journey, about the therapeutic work, just contact Mila, and she will be able to talk to you and to answer any of your questions.